You're standing at the edge of your life, aren't you? Staring into the void of what could have been. The dreams you didn't chase, the truths you didn't face, the soul you haven't yet built. You feel it, don't you? That ache, that whisper in your heart telling you this isn't all there is. You weren't born to drift, to decay, to become useless. You were born to evolve, to rise, to forge a soul through the fire of angelic wisdom. But here's the truth, and it's going to sting. If you don't choose to grow, truly grow, your life will slip through your fingers like dust. You'll wake up one day and realize you've been suffocating, not by chains, not by enemies, but by your own refusal to see, to act, to ascend. Angelic wisdom isn't a gift handed to you. It's a fire you ignite within, a divine spark that demands you stop hiding, stop lying, and start building the soul only the worthy can earn. If even a piece of this feels true, then like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you never miss the truth meant to find you, and drop a comment below. Your truth might help someone else wake up, so listen close. This is your wake-up call. This is where you stop running from the truth and start running toward the light. 1. The cost of stagnation. A life unlived. You think you're living? Nah, you're surviving, barely. Every day you wake up and choose comfort over growth, you're slipping closer to nothingness. Humans who don't evolve, truly evolve, end up useless. Not because they're worthless, but because they've abandoned their purpose. You don't have a master plan, do you? No game, no vision, just drifting through life, hoping it'll all work out. But the universe doesn't reward hope without action. Angelic wisdom whispers, without a plan, without a game, you're building a cathedral of regrets. Look at yourself. Really look. Your mind, body, and emotions, they're suffocating, aren't they? Lack of space chokes your body, trapping you in a cage of your own making. Lack of time strangles your emotions, leaving you numb to your own heart. Lack of energy smothers your mind, dimming the brilliance you were born with. Lack of presence, oh, that's the worst, starves your sexuality, your passion, your very life force. You're not just stuck, you're fading. But here's the divine truth. You don't have to stay there. Angelic wisdom doesn't let you wallow in filthiness. It opens the windows of your being and lets the air of work, holy, purposeful work, rush in. Only through spiritual work can you build the soul you were meant to earn. The lie of nostalgia. You're not missing the past. You think you miss your past? Those golden days when life felt easier, brighter? You're wrong. You're not mourning what was. You're grieving the future soul you'll never build if you keep clinging to illusions. Nostalgia is a trap, a sickness. It's the emotional illness of humans too afraid to conquer life. You don't miss your youth. You miss the dreams you had when you were young. The illusions you could afford to believe in before reality showed you its teeth. Angelic wisdom cuts through that fog. Stop dressing yourself for a reality that will never exist. The past is gone. The future is unwritten. And the present, it's begging you to wake up, to stop chasing shadows and start doing the spiritual work to forge a soul worthy of the divine. 3. Truth is your power. Embrace it or perish. The most common cause of failure? Denying the simple truths of life. Closing your eyes to what's real. That's the first form of death. You know what's worse than pain? Ignorance. Pretending the truth doesn't exist because it's too heavy to carry. Angelic wisdom doesn't let you hide. It demands you face the truth head-on, no matter how much it burns. Truth is poison to a world built on lies. But to you, it's the most precious substance in the universe. The evolution of your mind, body, and emotions depends on it. Without truth, you'll never build the soul you're capable of. Every time you dodge the truth, you're choosing death over growth. You're choosing to be small when you were made to be divine. Ask yourself, how will I die? Will you fade quietly, consumed by regrets and an unbuilt soul? Or will you die having lived right, your mind, body, and emotions so radiant they matter to others, maybe even to God? Angelic wisdom says, if you live right, your death is a celebration, not a tragedy. But only the worthy, those who do the spiritual work, earn that light. 4. Redirect your pain. Fuel your ascension. You're afraid, you're in pain, you're lost. Good. That's where the transformation begins. Angelic wisdom doesn't erase your fear, it redirects it. Turn fear into attention for your deepest wishes. Turn pain into energy for your being. Every wound you carry is a spark. Every tear is fuel. Every moment of despair is a chance to rise. The angels don't want you to numb your emotions. They want you to use them, to forge them into a fire that lights your path to a soul worth building. Your best friend in this life isn't a person. It's your spiritual training. The discipline to die to your old self, your weak, fearful, complacent self, and be reborn as something greater. If you can't die to who you were, you'll never earn the soul you're meant to become. 5. The divine blueprint. Evolution is your purpose. Nature gave you a mind, a body, emotions. She evolved you to the point where you could choose, and then she stepped back. Now it's on you. Just like your body can eat anything once it's strong enough, your being can become anything if you choose to evolve. But evolution isn't automatic. It's not a gift, it's work. Holy, sacred, relentless work. And only through that work can you build a soul worthy of the divine. Angelic wisdom is your guide. It's the voice whispering, look for God in the construction of your being. Every choice you make, every truth you face, every fear you conquer, that's the divine architecture of the soul you're building. You're not just flesh and feelings, you're a masterpiece in progress. But masterpieces don't create themselves. 6. The glory of submission. Choose what's higher. You want passion, enthusiasm, light, glory. Then stop chasing what's beneath you. The glory of heaven comes from voluntary submission to what is higher, truth, love, the divine. The misery of hell comes from being forced to bow to what is lower, fear, lies, power. Angelic wisdom calls you to choose. Submit to the truth not because you're weak, but because it's the only path to real power. Bow to love, not because you're desperate, but because it's the only force that makes you whole. Kneel to the divine, not out of fear, but out of reverence for the light you're meant to carry. This is holy celebration, seeing inside your mind, body, and emotions, and outside yourself as they truly are. Lucidity, clarity, the courage to stop pretending and start building a soul through spiritual work. 7. The trap of false beliefs. Break free or break down. Why do you believe the lies? Why do you cling to illusions that don't survive the light of day? Because facing the truth means facing your own impotence, and that scares you. But here's what angelic wisdom reveals. You'll make the worst choices when you deny what you're not. Every time you pretend to be something you're not, stronger, wiser, better, you're building a house of cards, and it will collapse. The right to be clean, to be whole, to be free, it's not given, it's earned. You earn it by facing what you are and what you're not, by admitting your limits so you can transcend them, by indoctrinating yourself in the direction of reality, not fantasy, through relentless spiritual work. 8. The courage to act. Wisdom is action, not words. Humans love to debate the obvious, to argue over simple truths so they can avoid the work that comes with accepting them. Angelic wisdom, like King Solomon showed, is about applying context. It's not enough to know the truth, you have to live it. You think wisdom is a feeling, a thought, a pretty quote? Number wisdom is action. It's the courage to make a plan, to play the game, to build a soul through spiritual work. It's the strength to distinguish between those chasing power, those seeking truth, and those acting for love. And then choosing the path that aligns with the divine. Stop talking, start doing. The angels aren't here to applaud your intentions. They're here to guide you toward action that forges a soul worthy of heaven. 9. The final choice: ascend or fade. You're at a crossroads. Every day, every moment, you're choosing. Ascend into the light of angelic wisdom and build a soul that shines, or fade into the shadows of a life unlived. The world will tempt you to stay small, to hide in filthiness because it's cozy, to cling to nostalgia because it's safe, to deny truth because it's hard. But angelic wisdom demands more. It demands you innovate, even in your failures. If you're going to ruin your life, don't do it the same way everyone else does. Find a new catastrophe, one that teaches you, one that pushes you toward growth and a soul worth earning. You want to know the secret to a life that matters? It's not about avoiding difficulty, it's about embracing it. Difficulty is communication between worlds. It's the divine knocking on your mind, body, and emotions, saying, wake up, evolve, build your soul. You weren't born to be forgotten. You weren't born to drift through life, suffocated by your own fears and lies. You were born to evolve, to shine, to build a soul through the fire of angelic wisdom that lights the world. So stop hiding, stop pretending, stop regretting a soul you haven't yet earned. Redirect your fear into attention, your pain into energy, your doubts into action. Build your master plan, play your game, become the worthy soul the angels know you can be. If you felt this, if you're ready to rise from the ashes and forge your divine soul, then let this be your vow. I will not fade, I will not break, I will build my soul. Thanks for watching Angelic Awakening. Where truth isn't poison, it's power. Where wisdom isn't words, it's light. Like, subscribe, share, and step into your evolution. The angels are watching.